Hey, welcome to Living the Dream with MS. Happy Election Day. Today I want to talk about tremors. Tremors are an involuntary shaking or movement in the extremities. Many people with neurological disorders suffer from tremors. They can be in the arms, the hands, the legs, even the head. The reason I wanted to talk about that today is I do suffer from what they call intentional tremors. Intentional tremors are tremors that don't happen when you're just sitting there, but when you go to do something, you receive the tremors. If my legs are having a particularly bad time, when I walk, my legs shake quite bad. That's an intentional tremor. The reason I'm talking about it today is actually my hands. My hands have been a little bit shaky, so today when I went into the poll booth, here in Fitchburg, Massachusetts, we have manual ballots with a black felt tip pen. And as I went to address the ballot, I was having a difficult time coloring inside the line, so to speak. So that became a little bit embarrassing. I was a little self-conscious and actually had to go to a two-handed effort in order to complete the ballot properly and not have to request another one. And of course, being the presidential election, having ballot questions, it was a 2-page ballot, which made it even more fun. But that's something that many people with MS deal with. Some people deal with the constant tremors, although the constant tremors or the resting tremors are more to somebody that has Parkinson's or different neurological disease. With the MS, you see more of the intentional tremors, which is what I suffer from. Now, with this particular one, there are people that are very, very close to me that may not be aware that I deal with it. If they think about it and they've watched me walk, especially when my legs are doing bad and they've seen that shaking, they may have just not realized what it was. It took me a while to realize what it was, and it wasn't until I had issues with my hands that became a bigger challenge. That becomes a challenge not only with that, anytime I'm writing, if it's really bad, cutting food, tying my shoes, buttoning my shirt, it's the challenge of not only having poor fine motor skill, but at the same time dealing with these tremors. So it's something I wanted to bring up. I wanted to put out there. Again, another one, trying to get rid of the stigma or people wondering what's happening, and letting people know what it is. Hopefully, if it's something that you're going through, if you're newly diagnosed, you know that you're not alone. It's not the end of the world. It's a challenge, but in the grand scheme of things, it's on the lower end of the challenge. I just wanted to talk about it today because it tied into the challenges with the election. That being said, had I really thought about it, they do have the disabled, at my polling location, they did have the machine for the disabled where I could have punched keys instead. And I certainly could have done that, but again, that's my own issue with being self-conscious and not wanting to go the extra mile when it comes to my accommodations. I was able to vote with the written ballot, so I did it. Rambling a bit, but that's what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about tremors and how they affect people with MS. At the grand scheme of things, not a big deal. And I'm going to remind people, my little editorial at the end of this, remember, whoever wins tonight, the sun will come up tomorrow. The sun will come up tomorrow. The country will move forward. Don't tell me it's not going to, because it will. The country will move forward. We will all work together to get along. That's it. Regardless of who wins, I'm going to keep living the dream with MS.